God afternoon, you guys. It is July 29th. We have Jesus calling, come to me continually. I am meant to be the center of your consciousness, right? Guys, if we don't have God as the center of our mind, right? The foundation that we build our life on, the foundation that we build our ideas and we build our day on, then what are we building our day on? What are we building our ideas on? What are we building our life on? That's a question you have to ask yourself right now, this instant. That's why I made this channel, right? So that it's the first thing in your day, right? The first thing in your day is God. So you wake up, instead of scrolling, instead of thinking about all the turmoils, the things to come, you're thinking about God. And then you'll have a God-centered, God-focused day, guys. It's so vital. It's so important, right? Because if God isn't your foundation, then something else will be, right? We were made in God's image and we were made to serve. There are 8 billion people on this planet, and every single one of us has some sort of pulling, some sort of calling, right? To serve something above ourselves, to worship, right? Every single human being on the planet is going to worship something. You have to make sure that you're worshiping the right thing, and there's only one right thing, and that's God. Come to me continually. I am meant to be the center of your consciousness, the anchor of your soul, right? Keeping you grounded in reality. And if you lose that anchor, then you float off into God knows where, right? You float off into the abyss, you float off into darkness, you float off into insanity, and you float right into the devil's arms, guys. You need that anchor. Your mind will wander from me, but the question is, how far will you allow it to wander, right? It's all up to us. An anchor on a short rope lets a boat drift only slightly before the taut line tugs the boat back toward the center. Similarly, as you drift away from me, my spirit within you gives a tug, prompting you to return to me. As you become increasingly attuned to my presence, the length of the rope on your soul's anchor is shortened. You wander only a short distance before feeling the inner tug, telling you to return to your true center in me. That was an amazing analogy. That was an amazing, beautiful analogy that I've never thought of in my life. And I'm so glad that I read this today, right? If you think about it, that like, if you think of God's love, right, as just God being your anchor, right? Being your anchor and keeping you safe. What does an anchor do? It keeps you safe. It keeps you where you need to be. It keeps you from floating, from drifting away, like we just talked about, right? And the longer your rope is, the further you can drift away from your anchor, the further you could drift away from your center, from your foundation, from God, right? But then the closer you get to God, the closer that rope is going to be pulled tighter, right? And so the rope is so tight that you're just right above God, right? Now, I'm saying right above the anchor, obviously not above God, but I'm saying this analogy, you're above the anchor, right? You're as close to the anchor as you possibly can be. And it is such a good analogy, right? Because it just shows that the tighter that rope gets, the harder it is to stray away, right? And it's all about repetition. It's all about practicing your faith. It's all about developing a relationship with the Lord to get that rope as short as possible. That's the goal, guys. The goal is to get that rope as short as possible. And that rope is a connection, right? Get that connection as strong as possible, as direct connected to God as you possibly can, and you will be secure. You will be safe. Let's see where this comes from. Hebrews 6:19. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. It enters the inner sanctuary behind the curtain. Then 1 John 2:28. And now, dear children, continue to him, so when he appears, we may be confident and unashamed before him at his coming. Then we have Matthew 22:37. Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. Guys, that's July 29th. I hope you guys learned something. I love you guys so much. And with that, I'll say amen.